Oh, what's going on, big Stronks? So, finally decided to start a YouTube page to help track my progress on getting back in shape, working out. Currently, I'm middle-aged dude, 46 years old, a lot of bangs and bruises. Channel's kind of gonna be focused on that. Just seeing how, as an older guy who's been in athletics all of his life, has to adapt as they get older and change their training styles. You know, back in the day, playing football, wrestling, that sort of thing. You like to get out there, throw the weights around. You know, you've heard the saying, like, we're not really lifting weights; you're just moving weight around. Did a lot of that whenever I was younger. Led to some shoulder issues, that sort of thing. Really got back into training in my late 30s. Like I said, I'm 46, about to be 47. My oldest daughter was competing in judo. Ended up being a national level judo competitor. Did really well. But it was a reason for me to get back into training, lifting, grappling. I enjoy grappling, always have. Specifically wrestling and judo. And that's another reason for this. Was training, worked my way up. I was basically strength training, going back for the max, lifting heavy. And I just found as I was getting older, it was always a tweak. It was always something wasn't quite right. And then about 2 years ago, I was starting to peak. I know for some of y'all, it's not that much weight. For me, it was a lot of weight. I was chasing 405 on the bench press, which was really the only lift I really lifted heavy in anymore because my knees have kind of gone. Deadlifting, I just wasn't interested in heavy lifting on the deadlifts. It's a good lift. Squats and deadlifts are important lifts. I just wasn't interested in lifting super heavy. But I was chasing 405 on the bench press, and I was shoveling snow, and I jammed my shoulder. That's been 2 years ago. It's been a 2-year recovery, and so now I'm getting back into it. And just kind of this go around want to not take it easy, but train more intelligently as an older guy. And really, I think it could apply for anyone. You know, whenever I was a younger guy, if I had trained the same way, a little bit more intelligently, my body probably wouldn't be as beat up as it is now. But that's my rest period. Let me knock out a set. Oh, as you can see, doing sets of 20, warming up. Yes, using bumper plates because that's what I got. So what you're going to see on the channel is a mixture of me working out home here in the home gym, and then also I have a membership at the local gym. The plan is do the bigger compound movements here at the home gym, specifically on bench press. Whenever I came back, my shoulder's still not quite right. My bench here, I can set it to where it has a slight decline, which takes off some of the pressure on my shoulder. So I prefer to bench at home. It's not a perfect flat bench. I don't flat bench too much anymore. this, what I would call flat bench, like I said, there's a slight decline to the bench, so it takes some of that pressure off the front of my shoulder. And then some of the other days you'll see me in the gym hitting up the specific machines on specific body parts, that sort of thing. And then we'll mix it up with some cardio days, and that sort of thing. Follow-up video to this will probably be just where I'm at now, height, weight, body composition, that sort of thing. Not trying to bodybuild. Just real quick, basically I'm 6'2", right now about 317 in weight. Out of shape as far as cardio goes, out of shape as far as strength training goes. And that's really it. That's the beginning of the channel with Dad Stronk. So as we go along, like, you know, these videos will probably get better, get a little bit more organized, but I was just sitting here working out. It's about 37 degrees right now in the gym. Helps me keep from overheating. There's snow. I guess you guys can take a look at that. There's a snow blower. But anyway, we got snow on the ground. The pond back there is froze up. Guess we could do a quick home gym tour. Of course, we got some medicine balls there, 26, 12 pounds. Easy bar, pro style dumbbells. I can change the weights out, but I want to build a whole set a little bit at a time. 30-pound leather kettlebell. Back in the back over here, we got some Bulgarian bags. I got another 50-pound bag upstairs that I've been messing with at night. Got an extension for like Viking press, that sort of thing. We're going to plug in a bar here. Of course, you got the bench set up, the power rack with the regular bar. Got a power rope there in the back, a little bit of torture. Bumper plates. I don't know how much weight I got on bumper plates. It really doesn't matter right now. I'm not strong enough to lift it all anyway. Got some farmer carry implements. Heavy jump rope. Got a yoke bar for squats. For my shoulder mobility, squats isn't as good as it used to be, so the yoke bar really helps me stay doing squats. And then, as far as the home gym, we got this. Then we got us a little slight incline we can make use of if we want to. And that's it. It's the whole gym right there. So that's really it. So today's chest day, upper body day, whatever you want to call it. We'll keep it going. Oh, quick note on safety. I know I'm benching alone today. A lot of people don't recommend it. I'm not lifting heavy, but I do have my safety bars set to where if I do get in trouble with the weight, I can basically set it down on my chest, roll it back towards my head, and my head is lower than the bar. So the bar, I can set the bench bar on the safety bars and crawl out from under if I really need to. Also, personal preference, I suicide grip or thumb over grip or whatever. It's just, I've been doing it for 29, 30 years now. You know, so it's just kind of I've never dropped a bar on myself or anything like that. So I would just say, if you choose the thumb over, be careful. As you can see, you're not lifting heavy weight, so there's no straps today, nothing on the elbows. I do like using elbow sleeves, and in my bag, in my gym bag, I do have I got them right here. So if I go heavier, I do have elastic type straps. I also have some kind of leather, kind of a heavy duty leather guard, but really I'm not lifting heavy. I don't anticipate needing these for a while. Last time I really lifted heavy, lifted on bench, lifted 385 for a set of 2. And even then, I was already injured on my shoulder, and I thought it was just a tweak, and I was trying to work through it. And then when I was when it got so bad I couldn't sleep, I was like, okay, we got to stop. And basically, I took a year off. Just now coming back. Like I said, the shoulder, I can't tell if it's because it's just weak from not having worked out for a while, if it's still not quite right. We'll take it nice and easy. Sets of 20. As long as I can do sets of 20, the weight should be light enough that it shouldn't re-injure anything is the idea. So we'll see. Probably the main focus of the old comeback is going to be weight loss. Like I said, 6'2", 317, 318. Just went to the doctor the other day. Would like to get down. First goal I think would be 250. Back whenever I was in the military, I got out of the military, I weighed about 215. Was on the slimmer side because of all the running we had to do, that sort of thing. Didn't really train for size or strength while I was in the military. It was mainly cardio, that sort of thing. So I think coming down from 317 to 318 down to 250, I got a lot of this I can lose, so that shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, if you happen to watch the video, feel free to subscribe. Any kind of recommendations you want to make on diet, different kind of lifts, programs, I'm kind of open. I've got some of my own preferences. I got channels I follow and all that sort of thing, but I'm always happy to hear other people's takes on what they've done, what they've had success with. So anyways, let's keep the workout going. Oh, this will probably be my top weight today on the bench. What I got on there? 145. 145 for sets of 20. That's 2 so far. Go for 3 to 5 sets depending on how I feel. I found that as I get older, I have to go by how I feel. If you don't, that's when you get hurt. I know Eddie Hall, I like Eddie Hall's method where he would do sets of 6 and go up in weight. And then once he couldn't hit a set of 6, stop. Kind of the same methodology with the sets of 20. Since this is really my second week back. First week back on compound movements. Did some small stuff at the gym last week, just kind of getting everything moving again. It's kind of the idea here, top out at 145 for the day. Sets of 20. Once that breaks down, we'll stop, go to the next thing. Probably be some incline dumbbells. It's a nice day though. It's nice and cool. No overheating. It's quiet. Traffic hasn't started yet. People coming home from work. Oh, and I normally do 2-minute rest periods. Yeah, I guess you could step it up to a minute and a half or whatever. I know a lot of bodybuilding, they go 90 seconds. And then the really heavy lifters, they'll do 5-10 minutes. I don't, For me, 2 minutes is good because I'm not lifting super heavy. Lets my heart rate come down a little bit. Lets me get my breathing under control. Especially on sets of 20. Sets of 20, you're kind of hitting that cardio type lifting. So it gives you a chance to give your breathing under control. Plus I'm talking right now, so it's... There's 2 minutes. Get set number 3. Okay, that'll be it on bench. There towards the end, like the last 5 reps, I kind of feel things starting to break down. Stay healthy. We'll shut it down. Go to the next thing. All right. Got the next exercise set up. We're doing a little bit incline dumbbell press. I guess you can see incline is not super high, just enough, maybe that 30 degree mark. Dumbbells, what we got? 47 pounds, call it 45, 50, depending on how much the bar weighs. I'm not sure. It's pro style, so I can sit them on my knees. It's comfortable. But anyway, let's get to it. Start out with 15, probably work it down to sets of 12 after that. Really like dumbbells, kind of get all that little movement stabilizers working on dumbbells that you don't get on the bar, on barbells. I do miss listening to lifting heavy. Enjoy lifting heavy. But gotta be smart, because if you get hurt, you can't train. So that's the biggest thing. So at least I'm thinking ideas probably this first month. Take everything, not take it easy, but take it lighter, more reps, lighter weight, stay healthy, continue to be able to work out, and then we can start adding a little weight and see how it feels. For now, you just gotta eat the pride, stay healthy. So. Hell, I might be able to dig up an old video clip of that last 385 press for 2. I don't know. See if we can find it. About 2 minutes. Let's get this next set. One thing I've really tried to develop, even before I had to take a break, was on the bench press, was I let that first rep settle in, and then push, and then get a groove. Kind of the same thing on the dumbbell press. Kind of get that first rep in position, smooth push, and then from there, slower on the down, faster on the up. Or whatever the words are, concentric, eccentric, I forget which is which. But kind of just letting it settle in. And for me, what that does is it takes a lot of the stress off my shoulders because you're not building momentum on the way down, and you don't have to catch it. Whereas if you get that speed on the way down and you're trying to explode back through, that puts a lot of stress on my shoulders. I don't know about you. It puts a lot of stress on my shoulders. And then when I hit that weight where it's just a little too much, that's when I start feeling it. And you walk around doing this and it just isn't quite right. So for me, maybe you try it. On that first rep, just kind of get it in position where you're going to be for the following reps. And then, slower, faster, slower, faster. One thing I picked up too, who's the bodybuilder? Not yet, baby. Cutler, Jake Cutler. One thing I picked up from Jake Cutler, what he recommends is, like, a lot of times some people on the dumbbell press will go up and in, thinking they're squeezing the chest. I believe the way Jake Cutler described it was as you're coming up, if you're bringing it in, you're kind of taking the stress off the chest in a way. And what he recommends and the way he does it is just keep that straight line of motion, almost like you're on a bench press. And I found doing that, I would agree. I mean, hell, he's 8-9 time Mr. Olympia. He should know. But I found that I agree. And keeping the motion similar to the bench press, I find that you still get all the little assisting muscles or stabilizer muscles. You still get that because you're having to keep that dumbbell in a path. But you also get the benefit of it being a similar movement to the bench press, in that you can keep that same bar path. So it seemed to work for me before I laid off. I can try it out, see what you think. I think I forgot to start my watch. Yep. That's probably 2 minutes. Got a couple extra in for talking so much. Well, probably going to call it there for today. First workout with Dad Stronk. Welcome. Try to post regular. Next video will probably be just a body comp. Show you my fat body, what I'm trying to do with it. Like I said, trying to get down to 250 would be the initial goal. Mix between the gym, home gym, open for suggestions, whatever you want to send. Hell, I don't know. Make fun of me. That's a motivator too. So, all right. Dad Stronk signing out.